Hi everyone. Today, I am going to tell you an ancient story about the mystery of the seasons in Greek mythology. Let's listen to this story together. The story of Hades and Persephone. Once upon a time, on Mount Olympus, there was a young and beautiful goddess named Persephone. She was the only daughter of Demeter, the goddess of agriculture. Persephone was as lovely as a flower and had a gentle, pure heart. She loved spending her days in the fields and among the flowers, filling the world with her sweetness. But her beauty and innocence caught the eye of Hades, the dark and mysterious king of the underworld. Hades ruled the underworld, a quiet and shadowy place deep beneath the earth where the souls of the departed dwelled. Even though Hades was powerful, he often felt lonely. He longed for someone to share his world with. One day, he saw Persephone and was enchanted by her kindness and beauty. One day, as Persephone walked through the fields, picking wildflowers of every color, the ground suddenly began to shake. A deep crack opened in the earth, and from it emerged Hades himself, riding a grand chariot pulled by dark horses. Without hesitation, he gently lifted Persephone onto his chariot, and in a flash, they disappeared into the crack, heading down into the underworld. Persephone was frightened, not knowing where she was going. When Demeter, Persephone's mother, found out her beloved daughter was missing, her heart broke. Day and night, Demeter searched everywhere, but she couldn't find her precious daughter. Filled with sadness, she neglected her duties as the goddess of agriculture. Soon, the earth turned barren, crops stopped growing, flowers withered, and a cold, dark famine fell over the world. People were suffering, and even mighty Zeus, the king of the gods, took notice. Zeus understood Demeter's pain and saw that the barren land would bring disaster to all. So, he sent Hermes, the swift messenger, down to the underworld to deliver a message to Hades, demanding that Hades release Persephone so she could return to her mother. Hades could not refuse Zeus's command, so he agreed to let Persephone go back to the world above. But before she left, Hades offered Persephone a bright red pomegranate. Without knowing the magic it held, she ate it, forever linking her to the underworld. You see, anyone who eats food from the underworld can never fully leave that realm. When Zeus learned of this, he devised a new plan. Each year, Persephone could spend 3/4 of her time on earth with her mother Demeter. During this time, the world would flourish, plants would grow, and life would bloom everywhere. But for 1/4 of the year, Persephone would have to return to the underworld to be with Hades. During this time, Demeter's sorrow would bring winter to the earth, causing everything to fall into a cold slumber. Thus, Persephone began traveling between the two worlds. Her arrival brought the world spring and warmth, and her return to the underworld brought winter's quiet and cold. Her story is both beautiful and tragic, a tale that explains the changing of seasons in the ancient Greek world. Dear friends, did you enjoy today's story about Greek mythology? If you did, please stay tuned for more. Good night, and sweet dreams.